Are we ready?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're all like Christmased out here.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
¿Qué canción para caer me mal?
What is wrong with you? That song is a classic.
You know how I feel about like.
Are we going to start our Christmas episode bickering?
No. We're not bickering.
Discutiendo.
No, we're not discutiendo. I'm stating an opinion.
Well, everyone, welcome to episode 327 of Pero Let Me Tell You, our Christmas episode. It's here. It's here. Our last episode of season 7, our last episode of the year. And we always end it with our Christmas episode. And this year, you could see us.
I know. It's weird.
You could see us in Technicolor.
It's Did we start this in black and white like the Wizard of Oz?
Can you imagine?
We open the door.
I mean, we're going to hate on Do They Know It?
Do not care for
Why
that
do you hate that song? That song is so good.
I do not care for that song, and I do not care for the "So This Is Christmas." And
Well,
what
that's
have you done?
That's
because
done.
you know how I feel. I don't like preachy songs, and I understand Christmas is not the time to have that stance. But I don't like songs that are all like about like what did you do?
Junior, did you like that song? Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
It's okay. There's better songs.
See,
Well, I'm not saying it's the best song in the history of music,
that,
but I like that song.
Me cae mal.
What I think it's like really odd about that song is that Jody Watley's in that song.
No, I think she should be in all of them. You know, they keep re-recording that like every anniversary. They record a new version of it
Every like 5 years.
every like 10 years or so, but it's always like only British artists. So at this point, I don't think we'd actually know who was in it. Like if they were to do it tomorrow,
Right.
unless they brought like Ollie Murs.
Wait, did Robbie Williams ever do it?
I'm pretty sure he did at one point.
Really?
I mean-
he did charity. Anyway,
They asked him. He said
so
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, señores y señora, la Navidad está aquí.
as evidenced by the tree.
Yes. Give it up to our decorating team at Pero Let Me Tell You.
Yes.
The production.
Our elves.
Our elves.
Yes,
Our elves. So I want to start the show, celebratory. So we have these empty glasses here.
We do. We have our got milk glasses.
So what is better?
So what have you got for me? Because you're like Santa Claus. You're like you're rummaging around in your bag. Your bag of things. Yes.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
So I wasn't able to bring coquito.
Okay. Although your neighbor did give you some the other day.
She did, and I didn't bring crema de vie, but I did bring good old eggnog.
Okay, I have never had actual
So
eggnog.
bring your glass over here.
I have to say, I've never.
So we're gonna have some eggnog here on Pero Let Me Tell You.
Wow.
And
it was magical. Did you hear that?
Our great got milk.
Yes.
Junior, you want some eggnog?
Okay.
You're okay. So cheers
Yes,
to
all right.
Christmas 2024.
Salud.
Okay, your first taste of eggnog.
I'm gonna smell it first because I always do.
It's eggnog. What are you gonna smell?
I always smell things if it's the first time I'm having
So
it.
I was looking at the ingredients of
That's pretty cool.
eggnog. It has a lot of ingredients.
Does it really?
For some reason, I just thought it was egg and nog.
And what is nog?
I'm not sure. Some type of dairy. But no, it's like milk, cream, corn syrup. I should stop. Not go down the
And you know what? And many other delicious things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Está rico. It's like it's vanilla flavor.
Yeah. You know which eggnog is like really good?
De la
El
vaquita.
de la vaquita. That's some good eggnog.
They were advertising it the other day.
The eggnog?
Yeah.
Mm.
On Instagram. It's so funny. The other day I saw an Instagram ad for La Vaquita's eggnog, and then I was watching at the gym. They have the closed circuit TV, and there's a Navarro Christmas spot, and I'm like, wow.
For some reason, I'm thinking right now of Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
With the
moose.
the Wally World.
It's so great. Mm.
This is good. I've never had eggnog before. See, y'all saw me have eggnog for the first time.
I had, in the first season, I had Cuban coffee for the first time.
Right. And now I'm having eggnog.
But I feel it's not the same.
It's not the same. No.
Yeah.
No.
I had never had Cuban coffee, and I haven't had Cuban coffee since.
You should have had Cuban coffee a little earlier in your life, considering the age that we were.
Yeah,
when
like
that
30
started.
years earlier.
Right.
But it didn't happen.
It just smells really good.
Yeah, eggnog is good. I always like eggnog in small quantities porque repunde un poco.
Eso es lo que pasa.
Repunde un poco. So, since we're starting our Christmas episode and we're doing now this on video, there's something I wanted to rehash and bring up again. Now our Pero Primos can see it. So I remember when I was a little kid and I would go to all these holiday parties.
I know where this is going and I am excited.
And I would go to all these holiday parties and, you know, comíamos el lechón and all that food, era con gris, and then after it's like, tenemos los postres, and I'd be, you know, really happy. And then they would come out con la bandeja de turrón. And I would be like, this is not dessert. So, Pero Primos listeners, I want to know, is turrón dessert or not?
Okay, it's dessert, but it's not the dessert.
Okay, so we're gonna do something today that we haven't done before on Pero Let Me Tell You.
Bring turrón.
I brought in my.
Ooh, again, you are like Santa today.
I brought some turrón.
You're like a stylish Santa. Oh, okay. So you brought. Is that? I can never.
So
I can never say them properly.
We have over here. There's various types of turrón, but today we're gonna have some turrón de yema tostada.
Ese es the brown one.
Yes.
Okay.
Tostado.
Okay.
And turrón de Alicante.
Alicante. That's the one that my grandfather used to always have.
Do you know Do you know what it's called in English?
Alicante?
Alicante nougat.
There's just no translation?
No. And this is toasted egg yolk nougat.
Okay, well.
So what do we always say? Nougat is turrón. Turrón is nougat. What is nougat?
We don't know.
I don't know what nougat is. I know Milky Way has nougat.
Right, so Milky Way has turrón.
So is Milky Way a turrón?
Oh my God, we should totally have like a big ass Milky Way at Nochebuena.
It's turrón.
It's turrón.
So here on Pero Let Me Tell You, we are going to have turrón. So let's have some.
Right.
Let's have the
Yema tostada.
yema
first.
tostada. Okay.
It smells nice. Now, the thing with this one is that this is like the soft one. This is the one that's most similar
Wait till you have the next one.
I know. This is the one that's most similar to like a baked good.
It's not dessert.
Again, it's dessert, but it's not capital D dessert.
Okay. What other... There's lowercase dessert?
Yeah, like es un postre, pero no es el postre.
Mhm.
Like I can see people bringing this out, especially this one. I can see them bringing this out, you know, afterwards, pa algo dulcecito. But don't try to pass this off as the only thing there.
They also had the chocolate turrón with the almonds, but I didn't bring that because you've had that before, and that's not really... That's chocolate.
That's just...
Okay,
that's
this one is a turrón de Alicante. Junior, come have some turrón. ¿Estás contra la dieta?
No, turrón is made from honey and almonds. So I am deathly allergic to tree nuts.
Okay, well, we've only started recording. We can't have you die yet.
And I just showed Ish that I just renewed my EpiPen for the year, and I don't want to use it tonight.
That's why he brought it, actually, so you could...
Oh my God.
You could prove the EpiPen works. All right, let's see here.
This turrón de Alicante might rip up my fillings.
Oh, esto te quita el empaste.
It's tasty, though.
This is the one that they always used to have at my grandparents' house. This one. What is it? Alicate? What is it?
Alicante, chico.
Alicante.
Esto es España.
No, wait, Alicate is
To follow your nails. So to our people listening right now, we're chewing on turrón. So we don't want to do that on the air, but we're having turrón live on Pero Let Me Tell You, this
Look at me.
dessert that we love to hate.
Look at me. I'm every food influencer.
Today we went to have these exquisite Spanish desserts. They're the OG.
They are very classic dessert.
Yeah. I mean, this one is not for the faint of heart. This thing is like eating a marble.
Pero que esto...
It doesn't taste bad though.
No, pero que español saw this and was like, I'm going to chew it.
España Española.
Look at that.
Do you want to go dance some flamenco? Okay.
Maybe after.
This is 60% almendra producto de España.
What's the other,
The other
40%
one
from?
Portugal. Producto de España. Óptima selección de almendras y yema de huevo. Esto es huevo de España.
Wow.
Este huevo es de España.
Huevos españoles.
Huevos españoles. There's nothing better than huevo español.
Okay, so it's not bad, but it's so difficult to eat.
I mean, imagine being a kid and you're thinking you're getting, cakes, cookies, cupcakes,
anything else,
and they bring you turrón. It's the disappointment of growing up in a Latin household during Christmas. You're getting turrón for dessert.
I will say.
You sip on my eggnog.
In defense of my grandparents, on Noche Buena, when we used to do it at their house many, many moons ago, they would have turrón, but turrón was not the dessert. The turrón actually was out almost as like a appetizer. Like they would have that out cuando llegaban la gente con los quesitos.
I remember whenever they would bring out una bandeja that had like aluminum over it. I'm like, oh no, here comes the turrón. And it was always in a round bandeja.
It's always a round bandeja.
Because you have compartments for the different turrones.
Yeah, like turrón can't be served in a square tray.
Yeah, and you don't have anything to dip it in. It's not like,
Well, what the hell would you dip it in?
I don't know, some delicious frosting. Leche condensada.
Okay, leche
condensada.
Chocolate.
Melted chocolate. I mean, I could go on.
Okay, you're reaching. You're thinking way too far.
Right. Instead, we just have, nougat.
And not even like which one? Milky Way has the nougat, right?
Milky Way.
Yeah, not even like a Milky Way.
No. So
I like this one. It's soft.
I think that one. Okay. So anyway,
that one's gonna make me go to the freaking dentist.
Let's move on from it to turrón. So anyway, so we were talking about music. Mm-hmm. So now that all I want for Christmas is you is like on repeat. Not in my house, even though I'm a big MC fan. We skipped that song. No, the almendra is getting to me.
Is it coming? It's coming back. Se te trabó un diente, didn't it?
Dude, because that almendra has, I don't know what, some sticky stuff.
It's, whatever the Alicante
es. Huevo español.
El huevo español. El huevo español es muy pegajoso.
Oh my God. Okay, let's move on from this. So, what is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song.
Let's sing some greatest hits. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río.
I always forget that that's a Christmas song.
Pero mira cómo beben pa' ver a Dios nacido.
Yeah, why are these
beben y beben y vuelven a beber.
Why are they so thirsty when God was born?
I don't know, but that song has never been translated to English.
No. Let's all go see how the fish drink. They drink and drink and drink because God was born.
Drinking and drinking and drinking all night long. The fishes in the river to see JC born.
In English, it almost sounds like a 6-year-old made it up. I was just like, fishes drink, 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 fish, drink, drink.
So I think my favorite Christmas song is are you okay there? Is it the Alicante getting to you?
Apparently
is although it's been said many times, many
Christmas.
ways.
That's very
Merry
pretty.
Christmas.
It's a very pretty song.
To you.
Yeah.
And then my favorite Mariah Carey Christmas song is Miss You Most at Christmas Time, which is an amazing song.
Which is the other one that sounds like it's a cover, but it's not?
Jesus, What a Wonderful Child.
No.
Hark the that she wrote.
Yeah.
Oh Santa.
No. On the first album
that she wrote.
There's one that sounds like it sounds like an old song, because I know she purposely wrote all of them that way. But it sounds like an old song, but it's not. It's not a cover. It's not a cover. Jesus, born on this day. No. I think it is Miss You Most at Christmas Time.
Because I missed you most at Christmas time. Great song.
Yeah.
I also like. I like the 12 Days of Christmas.
No, you love the 12 Days of Christmas.
Junior, do you know the 12 Days of Christmas?
Don't make him do it.
Nope.
Do you know the 12 Days of Christmas?
He knows all 12.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
I think you should do it.
10 drummers, drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords of leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans of swimming, 6 geese a laying,
5 golden rings,
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves,
and a partridge
en una mata de pera.
It's Danny Bonaducci.
But if I have to pick one Christmas song, simply because it was played when I was a kid over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it is a nice song is Last Christmas by Wham! George Michael.
That is a very pretty Christmas song. It's the saddest Christmas song.
It's sad.
Super
It
sad
has
as
nothing
hell.
to do with Christmas.
Not really.
But it is sad.
Like he really could have made it like Last Arbor Day, and it would be the same song. Like it would. It wouldn't change the
Last Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I gave you my heart.
Yeah, like if you remove the Christmas, it's
Last
it's the same
Easter.
song. Yeah. Last Sunday. I gave you my heart. It doesn't change.
But that's a great song.
That is a great song. That is a great song. One of my favorites is actually, it's not so much the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the performances of said song, and I think you know where I'm probably going to go with this.
Which one?
When Pee Wee Herman unboxed Grace Jones at his playhouse, and then she sang Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And then he put her back in the box and sent her to the White House, which is where she was going at the same at that time, which means that she was going to the Reagan White House.
She was going to the Reagan administration White House. What do you think happened when Nancy saw her?
That entire narrative is what I love about it. It's like she arrived there by mistake. She sang. She got back in the box. He boxed her up, and she went off to the Reagans.
Off to the Reagans, as one does.
As one does. And I hear that's actually how most celebrities were sent to the White House during that administration.
In boxes?
In a big old crate.
Okay, so that song, which one?
So I like Drummer Boy. You know what? I do actually like Hometown Girl, Gloria Stefan. I like Christmas Through Your Eyes. I like that one. It's very pretty. It's a parent and the child. Mm-hmm. But I also love, for a more upbeat, the NSYNC song.
Oh, that's a great
Merry
song.
Christmas, Happy Holidays.
That's a great song. You know that song.
That song was not as popular until like the last.
That song is a grower. Like in the last, I would say 10 years, it's at its caught on.
100%.
Probably because of social media. That is a good song. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Plus, how many Christmas music videos have Gary Coleman?
I mean, of course.
You know?
Of course.
The only way it could have been better is if Gary Coleman was in the crate with Grace Jones going to the Reagan White House.
I mean, that would have been a whole reality show right there.
That would have been the surreal life. That would have been the surreal life before it even happened. And they were at Pee Wee's Playhouse.
And they were at Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yes. Yeah. I grew up also. So my mom, my parents, again, when I was a kid, my parents had been here less than 10 years. So I call that, the training years. Yes. They didn't know shit. So my mom would just like whatever people gave to her, whatever. So they gave her this like tape, like audio tape of like old Christmas songs. And so that's why I tell you this was by total coincidence, not because my parents consciously were like listening to like American. Right. Probably, she used to clean houses back then. So probably, one of the ladies that she cleaned houses, she was like, I made un tape para que le pongas al niño. Okay. So that's why growing up, I listened to the I wanna hula hoop.
Oh, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah. Yes. The Christmas song, I think is what it's called.
That's a great little song. That's from the 60s, right?
Yeah. That's from when the Chipmunks first came around.
Yeah. So listeners, what is your favorite Christmas song?
I thought you were going to say like, that's why you grew up listening to like a Lawrence Welk Christmas.
No, I didn't discover Lawrence Welk until I was in my 20s, and that's with my super Anglo-Caucasian friends.
Oh, I didn't discover it until SNL.
Yeah.
Started making fun of it.
And I remember when I went to my friend's house that she had like a Lawrence Welk PBS box set. And I'm like, Lawrence Welk?
You almost wore eggnog.
I'm like, Lawrence Welk? I mean, and then she showed me the shows. I'm like, chica, for us, that's Don Francisco. Like,
no, he would have to work to be Don Francisco.
Well, no, but he was a host of a variety show.
The equivalent, but
right. I mean, it was.
But it's so it's just so relaxing.
Yeah. Junior, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Christmas Time in Hollis, Run DMC.
Okay. Wow.
All right, went into the vault.
And that other song, the one that Christmas Time.
Oh, Peanuts. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Vince Geraldino Trio.
Of course.
I mean, is it Christmas if you don't do the the little Snoopy dance?
I mean, the part when Linus gives the whole speech about Christmas, I mean, just like ripped my heart out. I mean,
I love Peanuts.
I have the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
That's what I was say.
Yeah, I don't always put it up because I just don't have where to put it up because I have Christmas eye everywhere. But yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so let's pivot now.
Okay, all right.
To our favorite movies, Christmas
movies.
I mean, I'm wearing mine. Okay, so fun story.
I would say
fun
you're,
story
you're
about
wearing
shirt.
one of yours.
One of mine. Fun story about this shirt. I got this shirt a couple of years ago, and I took it to the office, and that day we had like a little Christmas party with like another office, una clínica, una señora que tiene una clínica ahí en Hialeah. And
So was there Turrón?
and everybody there era cubano, pero cubano que llevaba aquí menos de 10 años.
Oh,
and they had no idea, porque yo tenía they didn't even know que eso era una lámpara.
Esa pata ahí.
Una pata. They had no idea. So the thing with my Christmas story shirt is that you got to know the audience, right? You got. They just
great.
thought I was wearing a green
Did
shirt.
they ask you what it was?
No, but
you could tell they were just like, I don't know what that is going on.
No, I would have had to have a Niño Jesús. Did you notice that on Christmas he's called El Niño Jesús?
Yeah. It's like we have to be reminded he's a baby.
Yeah, Niño Jesús.
He's very different than Easter Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like they have to designate it, you know? Yeah.
So, I mean, this is my favorite Christmas movie. I mean, the thing about A Christmas Story, I mean, I feel that this has happened for a lot of people because I think A Christmas Story really went other level when it started being aired 24 hours a day on TBS.
Yeah.
That was what, maybe 15, 20 years ago?
Probably closer to 20.
Because Peter Billingsley, that's his name, right?
He's about our age.
I think he's a little older than us, right? I remember when we were kids, I remember he used to be really popular with the Hershey's milk commercials.
Yep.
And I remember like A Christmas Story, but I don't remember. Like I think it was in some sort of movie.
It didn't become a thing until the 24-hour.
I think maybe I had seen it a couple of times before.
Same.
But when I really sat down and watched that movie, and the thing about A Christmas Story is that when I started like really watching it, I was in my probably my early 20s. The moment that I saw it for the first time, I was like, this is like the greatest movie ever. Like I got it.
You understood it.
It immediately like caught me because I feel that A Christmas Story also is one of those either you get it or you don't.
True.
Because nothing really happens in that movie.
It's not. It's a collection of stories, like a collection of vignettes.
Yeah, right. There's no like
because it's based on his book.
Right. There's no plot arc. There's no
I mean, it's a Christmas Story because it happens on the way to Christmas, but it's it's very similar to Last Christmas. If you change the setting, it's just a movie about some kids.
But it's by far my favorite movie, and I think I said it here a couple of weeks ago. I love watching it throughout the day, but then I love watching it at night when you're just tired.
Saying you especially,
yeah, and you go to bed, and it's usually the last airing,
like around 8.
No, I think the last one is like 9 or 10. Right before midnight, that becomes then the 26th. And you just watching it. Like, even if it's just a part of it. So, you know. I have like favorite parts of that movie. Like, obviously, for a long time, my favorite part was at the end with the Chinese turkey.
Oh, well,
El grito que ya mete. Like when they chop the head off the duck. But now, obviously, my favorite scene, I said it here a couple of weeks ago, is, you know, when Ralphie gets in trouble and his brother's so concerned about him and he hides under the sink. And then his mom opens the cupboard. She's like, Randy, what's wrong? And he's like, Daddy's going to kill Ralphie. She's like, Daddy's not going to kill Ralphie. Yes, he is. I love that part so much.
The best part about that part is that after all of that, she just closes the door back up.
She gives him some milk.
She's like,
some milk? Well, eggnog.
Para que se tranquilice.
And I
closes the door.
I also love the part where the mom calls the kid who said like the bad word.
Oh yeah. And it's like peanuts almost. Yeah.
I love it so much. And then of course,
fragile. I mean, that's classic.
It's Italian.
It's an award.
It's a
major award.
A major award. So a few years ago, when I went to Cleveland, I made sure to go to the Christmas Story house.
It's a museum now, right?
Yeah. The day I went, it wasn't open, but because I went also in the middle of July. Nothing like being 100 degrees.
Listen, if Hallmark can do Christmas in July, so can you.
Yeah. So, but it's exactly how you see it in the movie, and the lamp is in the street, on the window, so you can see it from the street. And you know that the house, they configured the house inside to look like the movie.
Oh, they retro.
Yeah. It looks exactly like the movie. But I love everything about that movie. Everything.
It's just, again, well done. Like you said, it's slow, but things happen, and there's no like frenetic pace of like no, it's very leisurely. It's a very leisurely movie with which is punctuated with scenes that you remember.
Yeah, and it really does take you to such an innocent time. You know, when you're that young and all you do is like you wait for Christmas. That's like, I mean, when I was a kid, there's two things I waited for: Christmas and the youth fair in March. La Feria. As we've discussed here many times.
Which we also think should be a national holiday.
Right. When I've said this many times in jest, but I'm not. If you ask people from Miami, especially if they're, I don't know, over 30, 35, if you ask them, when you think March, what do you think of? They're going to tell you La Feria.
Yeah.
The youth fair.
The youth fair. What else am I supposed to think about? What, the Ides of March? What am I, Julius Caesar?
But anyway, I love it, you know, and it's that innocence that, you know, now it's like when you're an adult, it's like, oh, commercialism and, you know, and this and that, y comprar regalo esto and wish list and, you know, return and, you know, Kohl's and Amazon, you know, and
I still try to keep the positive side of it all. You know, I don't try to get too down on like the commercialism of it all. It's like, you know what? It's once a year.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just have fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to just, you know, enjoy the moment, the season. I already put my tree up and everything.
Sometimes I hate you.
What? I put it up. I like Christmas. I like
not because you put up your tree.
Season.
Not because you put up your tree. I try to like commercialism. It's like
I can't help it if I'm a genuinely jolly human being.
Jolly McJolly. So we talked about this also a couple of weeks ago. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, despite the fact that it opened up in July.
Yes.
Despite the fact that it opened up in July.
Yeah, but you don't have to open up during the holidays to be a holiday movie, because by that logic, then like, you know, Chicago is a holiday movie.
So in a couple of weeks, we will remember the terrible events that happened in Nakatomi Plaza on December 24th, 1988.
Yes, while you're having your bellejito, you should stop, take a moment.
Your bellejito.
And remember those who didn't make it.
From Nakatomi. Well, but we discussed this. There were no Cubans or Caribbean people hurt in the Nakatomi Plaza explosion because they were not going to skip Noche Buena for a company holiday party.
Of course not. The only minority there was the guy who had to be there because he was a cop.
Yeah. Carl Winslow.
Yeah. Minorities.
Well, and the, you know, Japanese people from Nakatomi Plaza.
Okay, but they were hosting
right,
the event.
and they usually don't
different.
celebrate Noche Buena.
I mean, historically speaking, yes.
Yeah, I mean, now who knows?
Yeah. I mean, maybe you know, once KFC decided to create Christmas over in Japan, maybe they also created Noche Buena.
And then of course there's, you know, Christmas Vacation. Oh, that's a whole other. That's a whole other
movie.
That movie's insane.
That is actually tonally the polar opposite of A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah.
Right? And yet similar, because it really nothing quote unquote happens. It's a lot of just like set pieces, but it's so like over the top that it's like Christmas Story is down here and up here.
I love if Christmas Story was Cuban or Latin, the relatives wouldn't be coming in a Winnebago. They'd be staying in an efficiency.
Of course.
Or putting a ping pong boom.
A ping pong boom. Multiple ping pong booms.
But that movie's great.
Yes, they'd be staying with Estrellita.
Estrellita, sí.
Yeah. 100% Estrellita.
What's your favorite part of that movie?
Of Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
It's probably cliched, but the whole thing with like the squirrel.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just again to the point of like it just keeps going. Like it does not stop.
I also think I've always
and
found
then also when they blind Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I think it's she's such a bitch.
She is on wheels.
I also love that duo of children were the most successful ones.
Okay, did they come back for more movies?
They weren't before.
No, but I was saying, but
I don't think they came back.
No, they changed the kids every movie.
Yeah, but I don't think they came back to any more.
No, that's what I was asking, because you said you mean successful like in their careers? Oh, sorry, yes. I thought you meant successful that they kept coming. They brought them back.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was David.
Right.
I love the fact
from Big Bang Theory.
I love the fact that ¿cómo se llama en
Johnny Galecki?
That Johnny Galecki that I loved on Big Bang Theory, and I watched all 25 years of the Big Bang Theory, right? I love that show. I still call him David from Roseanne.
It's how you first knew him.
Yeah, but I still call him David. And it's funny because in Roseanne, he was like a background character.
At most.
Yeah, but you know, and then Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis, who liked my shorts.
Yeah.
At 90s Con.
Who I told you the other day, despite the fact that she's had an extremely long career and a catalog of movies, when I think Juliette Lewis, I think of her sucking Robert De Niro's finger. Like,
I mean, what else is there?
That's the first thing I think about.
What else is there? Natural Born Killers? Nah. Just suck on that finger.
The Other Sister?
Nah. Yellow Jackets?
Enough.
Bring out the finger.
Oh yeah, you know Enough, that movie, the Jennifer Lopez. I don't care what anybody says. That movie's good.
Yeah, because basically they took like the lifetime, like the Lifetime or like the Abused Woman of the Week formula that like Meredith Baxter Burney used to do.
Yeah,
and gave it a budget.
Yeah, and you know what? Anytime that I see it on TV or if it's on streaming, if it's on streaming, if I'm like clicking and it comes across streaming, I just hit on it and then fast forward to the beat up scene.
Right. Yeah.
When she kicks his ass.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there?
That part is good.
What else is there? Basically, Enough is like if Julia Roberts had taken a Taibo class and Sleeping with the Enemy.
Hi, it's Sarah Waters at 341 whatever. I've just killed an intruder. Sleeping with the Enemy.
Somebody should use that as a preamble to a song.
That movie's good though. Sleeping with the Enemy.
This is what I'm saying, right? It's like, again, it just kept evolving. Like, and we don't have those movies anymore. We don't. We used to be a proper country.
I love Sleeping with the Enemy when the guy with her loco, her husband, goes to talk to her mother. Un loco, I don't know.
Un loco, you make it sound like you pluck some guy off the street.
Cuando la vieja, her mom, she's like, oh, he teaches dramatics at the college. He's a drama teacher.
No.
Dramatics.
Just like Turrón is not the same as nougat, even though they are. It's not the same.
It's not the same. I'm not really sure what nougat is.
No, it's Turrón. And what is Turrón?
Nougat.
Right. That's it.
So
it's a circular argument. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. I think it was also Christmas and Beauty and the Beast. Don't you think so?
There was a Christmas moment because they had a snowball fight.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they did a Beauty and the Beast like magical Christmas sequel. It takes place
they
like
did.
Between.
Yeah. That's when I used to collect Disney movies. I stopped since then.
Yeah. Well, it was like 30 years ago.
So but I really well, I didn't collect them 30 years ago. But there was a point I'm like, I'm going to collect all the Disney movies, and then I'm like, screw that. I was like, it's just too many. That's when I just wanted to collect things for the sake of collecting them.
I think it's because you like the clamshell of the VHS.
Yeah. And they looked good when, especially when they released a masterpiece collection. So all the icons, like, when you put it on the shelf. Yeah, it was all about that, really.
I know you.
Just to display it in my shelf. Don't you remember I used to put my CDs on a shelf and I would just look at them?
You would. He never listened to them.
I would just look at them. People, I had like 2,000. Well, I still have them.
No, you still have them, yeah.
Like 2,000 CDs, and they were coordinated in a certain way. And I had these I still have them, these two huge like shelves that I would put my CDs in, and I would just look at them. And I'm like, aren't they pretty? Like, this is like a work of art.
Again, we used to be a proper country.
I'm like, this is like the rap section, the hip hop, the R&B section. The Brit pop.
Listen, my favorite music store to go shopping at was your house.
Yeah, the rock section. Alternative down here, and then the top row was just like Mariah Carey.
And then it had Latin.
Yeah,
but then it wasn't just Latin; it was like Latin and Latin pop.
Right.
Yeah, there were subgenres.
I had like CDs of the Ilegale.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm
saying. But the CDs of Ilegale didn't go next to like Enrique Iglesias and Shakira and Alejandro Sanz, because that was different.
That was a different pop, right?
Right.
Yeah, no. I understand. Again, I used to shop at your store. Yes.
Y la morena pide.
We should get them on the show.
Los Ilegales.
Yeah.
They're still around.
I'm sure they've
got one of them.
I'm sure they're on parole by now. I don't know. They're the illegals.
That was such a dry ass joke.
It was. They can't all be moist.
Anyway, so let's have some eggnog. Let's have some more eggnog.
Actually, I was going to ask you, like, can I have some more? Because I feel
more?
like
Okay, Oliver.
not a lot, but a little more.
So this is vanilla spice flavored eggnog.
Okay. Está rico.
I mean, I would ask. Well, I
That's
already
fine.
told Junior if he wanted some, but
Yeah.
he's being all particular today. I mean,
Mira, te rechazó el eggnog, te rechazó el turrón.
although this eggnog no es de huevos españoles.
No.
Esto es de huevos americanos.
Can you imagine if they're like whale eggs? You know how many they would need?
Oh my God. It would be like 10 times the price. This shit is good though.
It is good. Again, what took me so long?
Mm.
Honestly, it's probably just because I always had coquito. Like in my mind, I was just like, yeah, it's the same thing, but it's not.
No,
It's like it's similar, but not the same.
as I said, I just thought it was egg and nog.
Egg and nog, yes.
Yeah, whatever that is. But
Yeah, I think nog is what they squeeze to get what you get when you squeeze nougat.
Anyway, so have you started your Christmas shopping?
I have. Yes, I actually started it last week from the comfort of my own home. I just ordered shit and had it sent.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I'm one of those people that like a week before Christmas, I take a day off from work and I go, and today I'm going shopping.
Okay, well, I'm not self-employed like you, so I can't take a day off from work. So I have to pace myself. And so I again, I'm doing all this at home. Like, so it's like I'm on my phone and just like
you do it so you could say 3 weeks before Christmas, guess what, guys? I'm done Christmas shopping. So you could be that person.
I have never ever said that. But if I'm asked, I will tell.
Meanwhile,
No, honestly, I do it because you know what? I like to have presents under the tree than being. It just looks prettier that way.
okay then.
What you're gonna tell me?
Do you give your parents
Gifts?
presents?
Yeah.
What do you give them?
So every year, this is part of my whole like I'm shifting away from giving stuff. So I'll always I'll try to find like a gift card to a different restaurant every year, and that'll be like their big gift. And then like my mother collects nutcrackers, so I'll get her a nutcracker, and my dad I'll usually get him like maybe like flannel pants because like PJ pants to take to the cabin. Like again, just like a little cosita, and then a gift card for a restaurant because my parents like to go out to dinner, and so I'm like, you know what? They have everything they need. Like, I'm not just going to give them more stuff, you know? Although some years my mom will be like, you know, ay, tú sabes qué? I need a new toaster. I'll be like, don't buy the toaster. I'll just get you a toaster. We'll call it a day. Yeah.
Okay. I give my mom shampoo.
Shampoo.
Yeah.
Pert Plus?
I'm going to tell you why I give my mom shampoo.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, my mom, you can't give her perfume.
No?
No. You can't give her a body splash.
Is she allergic to a lot of things?
She just doesn't like it.
Ni perfume.
She doesn't like it. She is allergic and she doesn't like it. And then there's some but there's some that she's not allergic to. She just doesn't like it. Right. So I can't give her perfume. I can't do what, you know, so many people do is they go to Bath and Body Works and get that 3 for $18. And I hear you go, la mamá, la tía, la abuela. No, she doesn't like those body splashes either. She doesn't like cream.
She doesn't like candles?
She doesn't like candles either because she says that it makes her cough. So you can't give her clothes.
Okay.
My mom doesn't wear jewelry.
True.
For a few years, I used to give her esta crema de Clinique that she would wear, but now she doesn't wear that anymore. So she doesn't like shoes. She doesn't like I can't give her anything to wear.
Okay.
My mom doesn't listen to music. My mom doesn't read books. My mom doesn't.
I'm going to correct you right there, sir. I'm going to stop you for a moment because you know what? If you really knew your mother, like I know your mother, you would have gotten her tickets to go see either Paris Hilton or Boney M.
That's right, because she loves Paris Hilton.
And Boney M.
So I can't get her that. She's not into any series. So a few years ago, my mom was like, Ay, tú sabes qué? Se me acabó. This was a few days before Christmas. You know how you said your mom needed that toaster?
Yeah.
A few days before Christmas, she's like, ay, se me acabó el champú este de Organi Biotin. Which is the organics brand, the Biotin.
Yeah.
So I go, espérate un momentico. And I went and I got her the big bottle of it. So that's just what I get her every year. I got her... My mom thankfully has everything. So
that's
what? I'm going to get her something
just
that
to get her something
that I think should be the proper gift.
Right.
It's just what I think should be a gift to my mom.
Right.
Something she's not going to like. Entonces te va a tener el compromiso that when she opens it up on Christmas, she'll say like, ay, qué lindo.
Right.
Well, and then I know she doesn't like it.
But again, that's why I give my parents a gift card to go somewhere to eat And then my mom collects nutcrackers, so here you go. You know what I mean? Like I keep it very simple.
So yeah, my dad is better because my dad is an avid reader.
True.
So I just buy my dad books and lots of books. And so that's the thing with my dad. I always get him books. But my mom, no, I just got her shampoo.
I think that's great.
I got her shampoo and conditioner. Organics brand Biotin, the purple bottle.
You should get her like multiple, like just several bottles. Like just be like,
sometimes I do.
Oh, okay.
Because I try to find the BOGO. And then what I do is that I buy 2 of them. I buy the shampoo and conditioner, so then I get another bottle of shampoo and conditioner.
And then you save that one for her birthday.
No. I give them both to her on Christmas. Yeah. That's like, for example, my grandmother. Again, my grandmother had everything, thankfully, that that she wanted. And, on Christmas, especially on Mother's Day, people would get her a lot of the same things. Like my grandmother, I used to tell you, my grandmother in her room, my grandmother had Bath and Body Works in una gaveta. Like
she had a store.
She had Cotton Blossom and Japanese orchid, whatever. Yeah. Because everybody would get her that. Everybody, the body wash, the cream, there's only so much que una vieja se puede poner, of this Bath and Body Works stuff, right? There's so much you could splash and so much you could moisturize, right? So after a while, you know what I would give my grandmother?
What?
An Entenmann's panetela. That's what she loved.
Why not?
So I would get her una panetela.
When my grandparents,
and she'd be like, ay, qué rico lindo. And then she'll be like,
what I would get my grandparents?
Yeah.
A $25 gift card to Pollo Tropical.
Oh, great.
Because they love going to Pollo Tropical.
Right. Because we think so much about like what we should, like what the proper gift is and what other people, since you're opening it around other people. Oh, look, he got her this. No, my grandmother wanted panetela, so I gave her panetela.
Why not? Yeah. No, but you're right. And but to your point of like, just to give stuff is where you start to get into like the whole commercial, the commercialization or whatever. I've tried to be like, I'm not going to give you stuff. Like if you need something and you're like, I need this, I don't want to pay for it myself. I'm like, okay, great. I'll do it or whatever. Because there's those items that you want, but you don't want to buy it for yourself because you don't want to spend the money. Fine. But just to go out and buy something to have un regalo to give you, no, I'm not.
A few years ago, probably like 4 years ago, along the lines of what you're saying, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do for Christmas? I'm gonna get my whole family. We're gonna do a boat ride from Bayside, right? Because we've been on that boat ride, that boat ride that you take from Bayside that navigates through like the whole like Biscayne Bay and Miami Beach and Millionaires Row and all that. Like it's really nice, and I think you could live an entire lifetime in Miami and not see Miami from that vantage point.
I would have never gone if not for the Perfect Strangers opening.
You had never done that before?
No.
Okay. So I gave that to my family a few years ago, to everybody. I'm like, let's take this boat ride. And they were all on board, literally. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. And the day we did it, there was like, I don't know, a category 20 hurricane. And we did it. Like we actually did it. And the boat was like rocking and había tremendo aguacero and we couldn't be outside of the boat, which then it's like, what's the point? I'm like, well, there goes the boat ride. And it was in December. So
yeah, that's weird.
It was weird, but so that's what I give for Christmas. Una revista. I remember one time I gave my mom a subscription to the revista Hola.
Oh, okay, a subscription. Okay.
Which is super expensive, by the way.
I was going to say a subscription is one thing, a revista is another.
Yeah. So she could read the revista Hola and have some,
and while she's washing her hair.
And have some Turrón de Alicante while she's at it, 2 Spanish things.
That's true. And she can wear her mantilla.
Oh my God, my mom loves the revista Hola. I'm like, Mom, half of these people are like Spanish celebrities from España. Like you don't even know them.
Yes, your parents do because they watch Antena 3.
No. They watch Antena 3.
Yeah, your parents know more about Spain than Spaniards.
Yeah, they'll tell me like, "Tuviste lo que está pasando," and I'm like, "That's in Spain." Like, well, I mean, why would I know what's happening in Galicia? Like,
you should know, damn it. It's your ancestry.
Oye, viste que va a abrir la Catedral de Notre... Why did I say that in Spanish?
I was like, where is this going?
Notre Dame and Notre Dame are not the same thing.
No, to me, Notre Dame is the university.
Yeah. Pero Notre Dame en Paris.
Is the cathedral,
si,
yes.
Le Grand Ouverture.
Oh, when?
Oui. Les prochaines semaines.
Next week.
Oui.
Okay.
Pour le 5 anniversaire de le Fire.
All right, Selena.
Listen, I took 5 years of French, but I'm a little rusty.
I mean, how often are you saying fire?
We.
Yeah, like you don't work on like a French fire department.
No.
No.
So you know what? So Notre Dame in Paris is opening now, and I've seen a ton of images of it, and it's beautiful. I mean, the restoration process was incredible. How they were able to restore Notre Dame, and they were very true to it. Like, for example, the spire was made out of wood. So they went to the same woods that 100 or whatever many years ago, the spire was built, because the spire was built in the 1800s. It's not original to the original part of the cathedral. They went to like the same woods to get the same type of tree that existed. So there was a lot of care to make sure that it was as original as possible. The problem is that now it's like sparkling clean and pristine inside. And Notre Dame, what was the moment you went in was mistakable was how dark it was, because it's over 800 years old. So throughout the centuries, the snut is it? The soot of the candles and all that had like sort of, tainted the arches and the columns and the ceiling, and it was very dark inside, and that's sort of what gave it its character. But now it's like white and pristine, and people are like, oh, but I mean, they couldn't.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do? They couldn't, because then it was burned. So
los extremos son malos.
Yeah. So it looks completely. I've seen a ton of images and reports and all of it, and it looks completely different in terms of the color.
Right.
Inside.
So it looks the same, but like if 10 viejas cubanas went there y limpiaron.
Yeah. Le metieron tremendo mistolín fabulosa, todo eso ahí.
Cloro
con todo.
Yeah.
Y palo y bayeta.
Yeah, exactly. Even up the arches.
Y palo y bayeta. You know what's great? What's great? I would love to do, maybe we should do it here with Cultura Media. We should do it. Vieja cubana limpiando con un Swifter.
Ooh. No, they wouldn't do it because I'm limpio.
Right, but having them try to and then we would put on the floor dirt.
Okay, yeah, that's something that.
Right, then cafe. Okay. Fango.
Listen, I will say this:
Vieja cubana clean with a Swiffer.
With a Swiffer, or like a Roomba or something like.
Right.
Yeah,
a Roomba, so no limpia nada.
Right. So I'm saying we should try different newfangled things.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I like this idea.
Porque si no es un palo y bayeta, but let's be honest. It's true.
I mean, oye, eso limpia.
A Swiffer.
Not even a Swiffer. Un palo trapear americano. Eso no hace nada. Eso es lo que riega
No, but a Swiffer, I've had the Swiffer, the one, I had it in my office, because I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to have it in my office un cubo con un palo y bayeta, right? And the first year or two, I had that Swiffer that you put a little liquid to. Yes. Eso no sirve para nada.
Mira, the Swiffer,
so then we got un palo de y bayeta.
Right. The only thing the Swiffer is
and then we clean it. We go to the bathroom and we clean it.
Is to use instead of a broom. Because it can pick up the little the dust bunnies and things like that. Okay, fine. That I'll give it. Pero para limpiar, eso no limpia.
No. Even...
I know, we just lost the Swiffer sponsorship.
But Swiffer, you could prove us wrong.
Yes, we're always open to be proven wrong.
I mean, I think they should have a Latin line of Swiffer.
A Sweefy.
Right, because, the whole thing with it's not clean unless it's Cuban clean, right? 99% of Cuban ladies don't prefer a Swiffer. Let's change their mind.
It could be like Dentine.
Wait, what's Dentine?
4 out of 5 dentists.
God, Dentine. That's the gum, right?
Yes.
I had not thought about Dentine in I don't know, since I was 5 years old. Do they even make Dentine anymore?
I don't know, but let's keep saying Dentine for a couple more minutes.
Would you have the Dentine before or after you would have the tab?
Oh, I think you have it after.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because that's how you keep your caloric intake down.
Right, you're wearing your Sassoon, jeans.
Absolutely.
Dentine. Wait, which one's the twins in the bike?
That's double mint.
You get extra flavor, extra fun with extra sugar-free gum.
That's extra sugar-free gum.
Wait, what's the
double? Oh my god, I can't think of the double.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
It's double your pleasure, double your fun. But I can't remember the music of it.
You get extra.
No, that's extra.
Wait. How does it go?
And now all I can think of is extra because
raise your hand if you're sure.
That's deodorant. Because now I'm thinking about like, so kiss a little longer, hold tight a little longer,
Wait.
a little longer.
That's Big Red. Steamer. We're tough on dirt. Channel on carpet. It feels like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Toyota.
Listen, you and I talking about old commercials got us a very fun DM the other day.
Yeah.
When we were talking from Old Navy.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
I can't think of the damn.
Why can't we think of double mint gum? Listeners, wait, which one is it? The two twins in the bike that it was.
I know. I'm seeing the commercial. I am not hearing the audio.
They're in a bike. They're blonde.
Yes,
and they're. You see one of them.
This.
You see one of them, and then the other one goes
right. Yes. No. I know the commercial. I know. Fucking A. I know Junior's looking it up.
Double your pleasure, double your fun with extra.
I feel like you start off, but then you veer into extra. I'm just gonna eat my huevo español.
De Alicante.
No, es total.
No, this is old.
No, that's the old one. Yeah,
that's like before we were born. That's Wrigley without fluoride. Back when people used to use lead paint.
Oh,
and asbestos.
Do you like my asbestos coat?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. I remember when I was in elementary school, they were removing the asbestos. Yes. And I'm like, is NASA coming?
You know what I always like? I feel like it's still old, but we're getting closer.
Yeah, no, it's not that one.
Because that's the first one was something like the 50s. This sounds like the 70s.
Isn't Double Mint Gum from Wrigley's?
Yes, it's Wrigley's Double Mint. Yeah.
Right, but Wrigley's Double Mint Gum
That's
in
it?
1980s.
That's 1988.
Okay, no, that's...
No. No, it's not that one.
I know it's the upbeat one. I think it's the 90s.
I feel like we're getting
then.
closer.
You remember it, Junior?
Yeah.
Okay. Junior remembers it.
Junior remembers.
You know, because sometimes I think we just make up shit.
Oh, man.
I mean,
think
I
it
wouldn't be
might this
surprised.
one.
No, I don't remember anything about ethnic. I don't remember ethnic twins.
Como dice que dijo. El mejor pretexto para quedarse en casa. That'll happen every time that we like are between segments.
Yes, exactly. We're about to go off the rails.
No.
Meanwhile, I didn't know there were this many.
Yeah. Excuse me.
You have a Grey Poupon?
No. Are those Bugle Boy jeans? Do they even make Bugle Boy jeans?
Look, they don't make those anymore. They don't make British Knights.
With the little gold thing.
Yes,
Those were fancy schmancy.
Yes, and they had a Michael Jackson collection.
Do you remember where they would give you British Knights for just participating? In Funhouse.
Damn it. You let me
Hosted by J.D. Roth. Everybody who
Moonfry was on that a lot.
Everybody who participated in Funhouse got a pair of British Knights. Did that go to the same way of LA Gears?
LA Gear had Paul Abdul's a spokesperson.
No, and they're also gel. No, that's LA Looks. LA Looks.
That's LA Looks.
Yes. LA Gear. Wait, what other defunct shoe brands are
Is
there?
Depp still around?
I don't know. Tom McCann.
I don't know. That's a good one.
Fava shoes.
Fava. Wow. Oh my God.
Sabato Fava.
Wasn't Fava ahí en la 87 Corway?
Yeah. Sabato Fava.
Wow.
And Gone But Not Forgotten is Payless.
Payless. Yes. Maybe one day Star Jones will bring it back.
My mom would always say, a mí los zapatos Payless no me gusta porque me dan pesta sicote.
That's a word that doesn't exist in English.
Sicote. Zicote?
That sounds like a Sailor Moon villain.
Wait, how do you say, in Spanish, in English, you just say, I have athlete's foot?
No, because that's not athlete's foot. That's like your feet stink.
Right. How do you say your feet stink?
Your feet stink.
There's no like.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's like a.
Traduction.
Oye, tú estás malo hoy. You've had too much eggnog.
It's the eggnog and los huevos españoles.
Los huevos españoles te tienen mal.
Los huevos españoles me tienen mal. Wait. There's no translation. That's the word I'm looking for. Dude, I'm lost in translation. Wait. There's no...
I don't know the translation.
There's no sicote.
No, like sicote doesn't exist in English.
And sicote in Spanish, you say it with such like...
like
eso tiene pesta sicote. It's not like, oh, tiene pesta sicote.
No, you have to say it firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be firm about the smell.
Like some, you don't have to be as firm. Like pesta grajo, you can be like, ay, se tiene pesta grajo. But when it's pesta sicote...
You know why? Because I think since grajo has the G and the R, I think you don't have to say it as... Because it's just there. It's like grajo.
Yeah.
Like,
and I also think that pesta grajo just smells around the vicinity, where sicote is the whole room.
Well, and sicote, like, until you take your shoes off, it doesn't happen.
Right. I feel it's like Pepe Le Pew when he's walking down the street and the flowers are dying.
Yes.
It's sort of like
but with
that.
shoes.
Yeah. Do you know I've been trying to find for years online that episode of Pepe Le Pew, which is my favorite, when he goes on the cruise?
Oh, they don't have it?
I can't find it. Do you remember when he gets in the hairdryer? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Part of the episode where we go completely off the rails.
You know what part I'm talking about, right? Wait, so she was a cat, not a skunk, right?
Great.
She fell on a flagpole.
Somehow she would always find new ways to get white paint on her.
Oh, wait, it wasn't only one way?
No, I mean, it depends. Every cartoon had to be different because then by the end she would get washed.
Right, but I always remember her falling like from a building, and then she hit a flagpole that was being painted white.
That was probably one of them. Another one was probably that she was sitting somewhere that somebody was like pintando una cega and painted her.
Oh yeah, he was tremendo, like harassment. Like, you know what?
Well,
do you want to talk about the Me Too movement?
Actually,
I started with her.
Actually, there's a reason he doesn't show up in most of the things anymore.
Really? Because he harassed the cat?
Because they don't know how to navigate his whole shtick into, like, you know, current world.
He was sexually harassing the poor cat.
He was a stalker, if nothing else.
He was. And he was French.
Oh, yeah. Oh. En vérité.
Pepe Le Pew, gone but not forgotten.
No.
Pepe Le Pew got canceled with the Me Too movement.
Mira, Pepe Le Pew isn't around as much. Speedy Gonzalez tampoco.
Why? Because he's andale.
Because it's a Mexican
oh,
stereotype.
Shit, I was about to say, andale, mami, iya. Oh,
yes.
What's happening now?
Yes, the famous line of Speedy Gonzalez. Yes,
the hair's right, Nelly there.
That was co-opted by Nelly. Yes.
Man, this eggnog has like hit. This eggnog slaps.
It slaps. It's a bop.
Wait. We have to go back to our Christmas theme episode. Feliz Navidad.
Bum, 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 bum.
Feliz Navidad.
Bum, bum, bum.
Prospero año y felicidad. Oh, hi. He's Puerto Rican.
He is, right? Yes.
Wait, ese es Jose Feliciano, right?
Yes.
Wait,
yeah,
Jose Feliciano.
Yeah, he is Puerto Rican because when we interviewed Rudy, he told us about, like, he went to Puerto Rico and he was with him.
Oh my God.
You think you're Rudy Huxtable?
I was like, when did we interview
Keisha Napoleon?
Go to bed, Rudy.
What is happening to you over there?
When you said Rudy,
what the hell is it?
When you said Rudy, at first I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, okay, Rudy, that we were at he invited us to
studio,
the studio. But I was like, Rudy? Like, was it one of the interviews that I did? Did you interview Rudy Huxtable and not tell me?
Yes, I interviewed famous Latina Keisha Napoleon.
You don't know.
Let's say she was. I don't think I'd be sitting here if I interviewed anybody from The Cosby Show without you.
Nowadays, I would just ask her, okay, where were you in the tape? Well, we know where you were in the taping of, Baltimore, Maryland with Claire.
Yes. It would just turn into us talking about that episode.
Yeah, I would.
Like, for half an hour. That's it.
You know what? I think that episode, the Baltimore, Maryland, as one of our viewers or listeners asked us the other day, well, a couple of months ago, he's like, why are you guys always saying Baltimore, Maryland? And we're referencing an episode of The Cosby Show. I think that scene has eclipsed the Rudy Huxtable scene, the baby, when they're
Está ahí.
Yeah.
The thing is that the baby scene was popular for so long, and this one's now catching up. Yeah.
I also think that the scene with Vanessa and Claire, because we canceled Bill Cosby.
Right.
He's in that scene,
there,
but he's not.
It's not about him.
Right. It's not about him.
Right.
I think that's also one of the reasons that it's like,
true.
It's okay to like it because he's not really.
He's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Christmas. Dude, Christmas. I remember when I was 10 years old, para la crema me dieron una carriola. Everybody got a scooter that year for Christmas.
I got a scooter that year.
You did too?
I did. It was black and white.
Mine was red and white.
Oh.
And I remember it said rebel. You know, me, the 10-year-old rebel.
So rebellious. You were 10 years old. You and Drew Barrymore.
That was also the year I got my Nintendo.
I got my Nintendo on my birthday. So maybe it was the same year, but
yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
For so long, it was just Mario and Duck Hunt. I didn't get Hudson's Adventure Island until like another year, until like the next Christmas. I mean, it was just Duck Hunt and Mario.
You were hunting and saving princesses.
Yeah, Prince I.
There was only one. There were lots of castles, but one princess.
Castles.
There was Turrón at the castles.
There was 8 castles.
Right, because of 8 worlds.
Boom, boom, boom. Till this day, I don't know why sometimes you get fireworks and sometimes you don't. Do we know?
I don't know what the hell's happening right now.
Do we know? Listen, it's the last episode of the season.
This is true. I feel like we're ending it the way that we started with Pangea. Like we
produced for what is it, 40? How many episodes did we produce a year? 40 something.
Saca la cuenta and then add more for the Hangueandos.
Saca la cuenta. So, like, take out the account. Saca la cuenta. I don't know. We produce like 75,000 episodes a year. It seems a year. I don't know. We could take it back. When we do our 1,000th episode, you know what we should do? We should
take a nap.
No. When we get to like our 500th episode, we should get a transcript of our first episode and just read it.
Just read it.
Yeah.
That would be great. But you should read mine and I should read yours.
Exactly.
Yes. Now I'm excited. That'll be another, year and a half?
I remember that in the second episode, we talked about Chobani yogurt. And I think in the second episode, you also gave your last soda to somebody who had as an emotional support animal, a peacock.
Yes, I did. I remember talking about, that was that time frame where people just had exotic animals as support animals on planes. Like, why?
Era un avión en parrea como ese viene.
Pavo real.
Chévere, que chévere, que chévere, que chévere. You know, that's something if I ever would interview Jose Luis Rodriguez El Puma, I would ask him, why didn't you make a song about a peacock?
Why not?
I mean, Katy Perry would do one years later.
Right. Although, ironically, he's El Puma. And he never made a song about pumas.
About pumas. Do you know when I was a kid and they used to call him El Puma, I used to think they said Es Puma.
So you thought it was
Bubbles.
Bubbles? That heartthrob, Bubbles.
Chévere, que chévere, que chévere, que chévere.
I think we should get him for next season.
Jose Luis Rodriguez, El Puma.
Yeah, why not?
I think I'd get a little starstruck.
As you should.
Yeah, because it's like, man,
it's a Puma.
That's all we used to listen to when we were kids.
It's a Puma.
Yeah, this is before my brother bought his record player. So all we listened to was Spanish music. That's why, I know so much about Rocio Jurado y Rocio Ducat. It's true. That's my brother is 8 years older than me.
Yeah. See, in the 80s, if you were American, you had Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. He had the two Rocios.
Oh my God, yes. Rocio Jurado y Rocio Ducat.
Yes.
And it was always the conversation, ay, que Rocio te gusta más.
Just like the Coreys.
Just like the Coreys.
Yeah.
Which one did you like more, Haim or Feldman? I didn't like either.
I'm going to go with Feldman just because
he's been through more shit.
He was friends with Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah. So was Alfonso Ribeiro, and things turned out better for him.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't an option in this conversation. Like, you had to pick one of the Coreys.
Oh, speaking of Alfonso Ribeiro, the other day,
were we?
Yeah, the other day, my parents were at my house, and they were watching, I don't know, like season 73 of America's Funniest Home Videos,
Oh, yeah.
And he's hosting it, and then they were like, pero este muchachito no es también el que hace baila, and I go, yeah. And then my mom's like, ay, pero mira que era hace tiempo está en la televisión. And I'm like, bueno, desde que era un niño. Yeah. And then they were like, pero ¿cómo desde que era un niño? And I'm like, yeah, actually, Alfonso Ribeiro is one of these people that, like,
he's just always been around.
I wouldn't say he's like an A-lister, but he's one of these people that, like, he's always been, like, very big in so far of, like, the realm he's been in.
He's always been present.
Because when I was I start telling them. I was telling more my mom than my dad. When I was like, mamá, cuando era un niño, él estaba en un show con el muchachito rubio. And then my father goes, Enrique Schorer. And I'm like, yes. And Silver Spoon, sí. And he's like, sí, cucharas de plata. and he's like, oh, I remember que a tu hermano le encantaba ese show because my brother's 8 years older than me.
That's right.
And I'm like, sí. And mom was like, ese era él. And I'm like, sí. And then, during that time, when he was like at the height of that, él hizo un anuncio muy famoso con Michael Jackson, que él estaba haciendo el moonwalk. Entonces, he bumps into Michael Jackson. Yeah. And it was like if I was explaining I don't know, like alien science to them. But they knew what I was talking about.
Right. They just didn't realize how far back.
And then they were like, entonces, después ya cuando él fue adulto, en los años 90, él tenía un show con Will Smith.
Right, yeah.
And then they were like, I see ese head. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. And then he's been hosting and he did Dancing with the Stars and all that. But yeah, you're right. Like, Alfonso Ribeiro is one of these people who's just always kind of been there. And he's managed to just have a career. Right.
That's what I always say about what we always say about LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton, when people think of A-listers, they don't think of LeVar Burton. But LeVar Burton has had 3 of the most iconic roles in American pop culture history. Kunta Kinte in Roots. Reading Rainbow and Star Trek.
Geordie LaForge.
Yep. I mean, and these are huge things. Yeah. And nobody ever says LeVar Burton,
Right, like
does he have a Lifetime Emmy? Because I feel he should.
I'm sure. I mean, I want to hope he does.
Yeah.
If not, can we start the campaign?
Butterfly in the sky.
I can fly twice as high.
Just take a look.
Come on.
It's in a book.
A reading rainbow. We're doing the extended version. Can go anywhere. Okay, here I got this place to the
something. A reading rainbow.
Reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Aww. I remember Gulliver.
Travels?
Well, yeah, because in the beginning of the thing,
Gulliver's
Travels, yeah.
Are you having more Turrón?
I might have more. I'm not having the one with the nuts because that thing is going to break all my teeth.
Those are Spanish nuts.
Well, I'm okay with not having Spanish nuts.
Este es un producto de España. I think this is imported.
I would imagine because of it saying it's de España.
Do you remember the theme song to Sánchez Mira?
I do, but I don't.
Sánchez Mira hace un siglo. Tradición. Of course I know the theme song.
Of course you do. Wait, what was the other one? El lobo?
Ya viene la Navidad, felicidad. El lobo en Navidad, pase alegría para su hogar. El lobo trae turrón de Navidad. El lobo, qué buen turrón. ¡Au! Yeah, our Christmas episode went off the rails real quick.
It did. That's what happens when you have eggnog.
So,
drink responsibly.
So, I just want to say that even though I'm not a big lechon person, hence we have lechon live t-shirts.
Yes.
I'm fine with having lechon once or twice a year.
Right.
I do want to learn how to make lechon. And I don't know how to make lechon actually.
Really?
No.
It's not hard. I mean, as somebody who's helped make it, it's not hard at all.
Yeah. But I want to do it in build the ditch in the ground con hoja de plátano type.
Okay, you want old school.
Yes. I don't want the Chinese box.
No. You want to go borderline Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if in Cuba that is where it comes from, right? Que somos un hawaiano terminó en Cuba hace 100 years ago.
Moana's boat just se feel
100 years ago, and somehow this became a Cuban thing, and Cubans are gonna completely appropriate it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because the way they do it in Hawaii, I've been to a lot in Hawaii. It's exactly the same.
It's just in the ground
and by the sand.
Well, yeah.
I don't think in Cuba they did it by the sand. They just did it in un potrero.
Well, I mean, they're on an island. They could have.
Yeah, no, but that's not a beachy thing for Cubans.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Eso se hace en el campo. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Porque lo hacen los guajiros.
You're right.
No los marineros.
No. So nobody in La Bamba made it.
So no, porque ellos son capitanes.
Right.
They're not going to be cooking no pork in the beach. They're the captain, bitch. Ba la bamba. The day the music died.
That's right. Yes.
Was that song part of the soundtrack?
No, I don't think it was. I don't know what that song is about. I know it's about, but I don't know what it's about.
What the American Pie?
American Pie.
Oh,
I know.
that song
I
is
know,
so good.
I know it's about when they died,
Yeah.
but like I don't get it.
That song is so good. I love that song.
I like that song. I like that song, but I just don't like. I would never have made the connection if I didn't know that it was about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Go clean your house now. Con
Swiffer.
Con un Swiffer. Yeah. I want to call it Swifter.
Okay, because there's a T there.
Is the Eras tour finally ending? I feel the Eras tour has been going on for Eras.
I think she's going to be here in the studio next week with a tour.
I think the Eras tour has been like
gone on for Eras.
The other day they were like the conclusion of the Eras tour. I'm like, wait, the Eras tour? I mean, I guess it is going on because a couple of months ago she was here in Miami and there was all the turmoil. But it's like, man, that's been going on through like 3 tax years. I've had to file my taxes like 3 times.
Imagine where she files her taxes.
Well, her carbon footprint,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Are they still following her plane?
Where in the world is Taylor Swift?
It doesn't work. No.
T Swift.
I can't remember any of the words right now.
Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I wonder what they're doing now. I wonder if they're having Turrón.
They're not.
Oh.
They're not.
But
Did they ever find her though?
Well, they could be having Turrón. They could be anywhere in the world.
The warrant. Oh my God. Do you know that I remember when I was taking criminal law in law school and we kept talking about the warrant?
That's all you thought about?
Every time the professor would be like talking about the warrant, I'd be like, the warrant? I grew up watching that show.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. You know, the other day, there was somebody, I'm going to totally shame whatever. I don't care. There was somebody the other day. He's like, oh, remember when you were a kid and you used to come home and watch like Tailspin and
the Disney Afternoon?
Yeah, right. But it was like the later lineup. Like,
well, anything after Tailspin, I didn't watch.
And I'm like, oh, who the hell watched Disney Afternoon and like the head show was like they watched Tailspin and Darkwing Duck. I'm like, really?
Actually, that was the last version of that I watched. But by the time that they became the front of the thing, I wasn't watching it.
What was there after Tailspin and Darkwing Duck?
There was Bonkers. There was
what the hell is Bonkers?
There was oh my God, there was something. Jiminy Christmas.
You don't even know.
It was some like existing property, but they like changed it to like baby versions. Or some bullshit.
Sorry, if your Disney Afternoon does not have Gummy Bears and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, you are not watching the Disney Afternoon, and I will fight you. I will die on that hill.
I will give you another hill. If it didn't have DuckTales,
and well, of course, DuckTales. Duh,
I don't know what the hell you were watching.
DuckTales. Is it the Disney Afternoon? If DuckTales was not it, how can I forget DuckTales?
I know.
If it was Gummy Bears was first.
Yes, it was Gummy Bears,
DuckTales, and Rescue Rangers.
Then Tailspin, and then eventually Darkwing.
I mean, if it didn't have the first 3, it was in the Disney Afternoon. Who are we kidding?
I was okay without Gummy Bears, but without DuckTales,
bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Well, I mean, High Adventures at Beyond Compare.
Lebigale.
They are the Gummy Bears.
I don't care, whatever. I mean, I wear my oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny. So a few years ago, I took a trip with my nephew.
That was actually, isn't that when you went to Cleveland?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
I took a trip with my nephew, and my nephew can be a little bit like my brother in that he's too cool for school.
Okay.
Right. And I remember I was wearing, we were in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And I really wanted to go to Paisley Park, but we couldn't. It was closed that day. So
was anything open on this trip?
So we couldn't go to Paisley Park. So we had to settle and go to Mall of America.
Okay.
Right. They're in Minneapolis.
This is true.
Right?
Okay, fair enough.
So I remember I put on a DuckTales shirt. which is the one I still wear.
Yeah.
But back then it was new. So it was more colorful, right? And here I was, like a guy in his 30s, and he was like, "You're wearing that shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I remember he had a little bit of, again, that attitude of my brother, like, I'm too cool for school, type thing.
Especially because at this point he's a teenager too.
Yeah,
so
and he thought it was weird that I was wearing that. I remember when we went to Mall of America, probably like 4 people were like, "Cool shirt, bro."
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "You see, if you know, you know." Well, you could tell me that DuckTales is not cool.
I just have one thing to say to that.
Woohoo. DuckTales was the best.
It's so awesome.
I always wanted to go diving in the money bin.
It would be very painful, but yes.
Okay, let me ask you this, though. I swear till this day, when I see a dime, a penny, because it's my lucky penny.
No,
it's a dime, my lucky dime. When I see a dime by itself, I'm like, could this be it?
It could be. I'm going to do you one better.
Till this day.
I'm going to do you one better.
Mm.
Can't see a harp without going, "You are fibbing, fibbing, fibbing."
Yep. And if you know, you know.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't, look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. Go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Go. We'll wait. You're back?
I remember the first time I ever heard of New Delhi, India was the episode when Launchpad had to go around the world. And he, by mistake, went to a New Delhi, and I think like Switzerland. And it was like a brand new deli that had opened. And he's like, "Oh, you mean New Delhi, India?" Yeah. Yeah. DuckTales.
Woo.
Do they have DuckTales anywhere?
What do you mean?
Is it still aired anywhere?
Well, it's on Disney Plus. Yes.
Okay.
And they also have the new DuckTales, which actually everybody loved. I never saw it, but everybody thought it was
There's
fantastic.
a new DuckTales?
There was a new DuckTales, yeah. That everybody thought was fantastic.
Are Huey, Dewey, and Louie in it?
They're all in it.
And even Webigail?
Webigail, Mrs. Beasley, Donald is in it.
¿Quién era el pato ese that invented things?
Gyro Gearloose.
Oh. General what?
Gyro Gearloose.
Oh, and that Gyro. They would call him Gyro, and I would think of the sandwich. Right. Yes, Gyro. Gyro.
Except in this case, I think it was like the gyroscope.
Yeah, no. I thought of the sandwich.
Yeah. I don't think it was Greek.
That's like I told you. In the Chickmunks, right? I remember when we used to watch the Chickmunks as kids.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay.
Yes. There was a version of it towards the end that the animation was different.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember that in those series of episodes, there is an episode where they're going to go to a theme park. Okay. And in the way that Theodore could go to the theme park is if he passed his American history test. So Alvin, Simon actually, would help him remember historical things through food.
Yes.
So I remember being a kid, and that's the first time I heard of Custard's Last Stand, because Simon was like, "Theodore, the way you remember it is through a bowl of frozen custard." So till this day, when I think of Custard's Last Stand, I think of Theodore from Alvin and the Chickmunks, thinking of a bowl of frozen custard.
It's how memory works.
Just like there is an episode of also Alvin and the Chickmunks, but the other animation, where I think that's my favorite episode, where the piano goes down the stairs and it's destroyed, and there's 3 versions of the story. Yes. And in each version, the 2 other Chickmunks go, "We're restless." You don't remember?
No. I remember the episode, but I don't remember that.
And then there's another episode that I remember they did a wax statue of Dave, and they put him outside and he started melting. And they thought he had zomboid riginosis.
You remember that. You remember that, but you can't remember the difference between the OC and Gossip Girl.
Right, but all those people look the same. Alvin and the Chickmunks have distinct personalities.
No, you remember
one was blue, one was red, and one was green.
What I mean is, you remember, what was it? Thromboid zombiosis? What was it called?
Zomboid riginosis.
Right, that you remember. That's what I meant by that you remember.
Girls. That's Miss Miller.
Oh, Miss Miller was great. I mean, she was basically Mrs. Garrett.
Yeah, my favorite Chickmunks was, I was Team Theodore all the way, but in the Chipettes, I like Jeanette.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the episode when they did Material Girl?
Yes.
And Jeanette had a pig.
Yes.
There was a pig with a ribbon.
That's right.
I remember she leaves the ribbon in the park bench.
I think it was part of like a school project or something. Yes. And Brittany stands her up and she leaves the yes. Why do I remember this?
Because she's a material girl living in a material world. Can you imagine if they did the Chickmunks nowadays, but with like music from now?
It'd be stupid.
If one of them did a Lana Del Rey video games. I could totally see it.
They could do Let's Get Loud.
No. I could see Britney doing espresso.
Did you see Britney doing Britney?
No, because that's too controversial.
Oh, okay.
That didn't end well. Doing that espresso. Yeah.
Okay, I could see it.
Yeah. I always used to think like, are they like? I remember somebody said that Chickmunks were 3 apples tall.
No, that's Smurfs.
Oh, never mind. Wrong fictional character. Junior, do you know what the Smurfs are called in Spanish?
No.
You don't know what they're called in Spanish? Are you ready for this?
I feel like maybe 30 years ago I saw it in Spanish at some point.
Los pitufos.
Oh, there we go.
And then you have Papa Pitufo.
Pitufina.
Pitufina. Pitufin. How do you say Vanity Smurf in...
Pito vanido? I don't know. Vanidoso?
Vanidoso. Pitufin vanidoso.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gets weird.
Los pitufos.
Los pitufos.
Este otoño vendrán los pitufos.
I don't like how that sounds in Spanish.
Another thing. This is
I don't want it to show up.
This is circle of life. Till this day, when I'm watching, it could be a BBC documentary on global warming. It could be, Planet Earth, also from the BBC. Any nature, whatever. And they say Mother Nature. I think of Mother Nature from the Smurfs. Every single time. I think of an old lady with...
She's just in yellow, right?
No, pink robe with flowers around her face.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember who her counterpart was?
Father
Time.
Oh, Father Time. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, and let's not forget Gargamel in Israel, but that's a conversation for another day.
That's right.
So anyway, have we done enough off-railing for our Christmas episode?
So we're gonna take a minute to go. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna compose ourselves for a minute so we can end the show in a proper way.
Yes.
It's the holidays again. Time for families to come together and enjoy flan, mac and cheese, un pumpkin pie, a little coquito. The list goes on and on. But do you know what brings all those delicious holiday favorites together? The delicious, creamy taste of dairy, like the kind we get from Florida milk. And this holiday, our Florida dairy farmers are also giving you the perfect recipes at floridamilk.com or lechedeflorida.com. Así que whether you're celebrating Thanksgiving or Nochebuena, don't forget to add some dairy to the celebration.
Well, that minute took forever.
It was a while. Yes, the composure is.
Do you want more eggnog?
Is barely.
Or are you eggnogged out?
I think I have a little bit here that I'm just gonna finish off. And finish off the nog.
The nog.
The nog.
Now that we thought that it was egg and nog. Actually, I don't even know what goes into eggnog.
I don't need to know. There are certain things I just don't need to know.
You know who probably makes a killer eggnog?
Martha Stewart.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, her eggnog probably is magic.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It'll probably take you to like Smurfville.
Especially because she probably gets Snoop Dogg to help.
That's true. Wait, the Smurfs lived where in
Smurf Village?
Oh, duh, Smurf Village.
Everything was Smurf with them.
Yeah, but nah.
You know?
Yeah. I remember that there was an episode of the Smurfs where I learned about the copyright of Happy Birthday. It was Smurfette's birthday and she was queen for a day. And at the end, they sing Happy Birthday. And then they stop the song and they go, Happy Birthday to Smurfette. La, 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 la. And I was like, why did they do that? And then when I learned about like the copyright of Happy Birthday, what a stupid song to have a copyright on.
Hey, listen, if it's not copywritten, you know what? You might as well own it.
Right, but nobody used it.
That's true.
Nobody used it.
Yeah. They didn't think it through.
You know, I always thought, speaking of IP, before we go into our Last Coquito, you would have thought that Saved by the Bell, which was an NBC production and had a bit of a budget, they would have had at least some licensing money for music. Because I can only think of 2 songs they licensed for that show.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And how am I supposed to live without you? Yep, that was it.
That was it. What other songs did they license?
They didn't have to.
I mean, they didn't. They made up the hot
Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, and then of course there was the dancing music at the max. I mean,
but why pay someone when you can make that?
I mean, that's true. I mean, Saved by the Bell, Valley. I mean, Bayside High was doing all the bops.
It was.
I mean, that's why they had their own radio station, Tiger Radio.
Yes. That's why Casey Kasem went there once for the dance competition.
Beda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beda.
Basically, estaban todo.
Beda. And at the end of the day, they needed to save the money so they could really invest it within the school so they could go and beat Valley.
Exactly.
Go Bayside.
They only put their money into the mascot costume.
Right.
Yes.
And then we know what happened to the mascot costume for that. Well, weren't they the ones who got the ant, or was it Valley?
So again, things that are in my head that I don't know. I don't know how to do algebra, but this I remember. They had stolen Screech. He was the mascot, and so it was somebody from Valley in the mascot costume for homecoming, right? And so they put the ants in it. So it wasn't Screech in there. It was one of the Valley guys.
But I remember he did flips and everything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This fall, you know what you can do? Dope. Dope is
say nope to
say
dope.
Hi, I'm Peter and Gail from NBC, and this season we're saying no to dope. Can we have somebody of Saved by the Bell on the show so we could just talk Saved by the Bell for a whole hour?
Listen, if you can get me Mario Lopez.
Well, that's true.
I mean, get me Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
Listen, if y'all know Mario, bring him on.
Mario Lopez liked one of our posts one time.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. It was the post where I dressed up.
Should have followed that up.
Last year, I dressed up like Hawaiian.
Beda.
And then I did Who Did It Better?
Me or
Mario
Slater,
AC Slater from that episode. And he liked that post because I tagged him.
Damn it, we should have followed up on that.
That was our chance.
Damn it.
To interview.
Tell me these things.
To interview AC Slater.
Yes.
Anyway, we have gotten to the Last Coquito.
Yes. It seemed like we weren't going to get there today, but yes, we got
the party,
to the Last Coquito of the party. Yes, brought to us by Florida Dairy.
Yes.
So, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I mean, listen, I'm going to give it to our new family, Al Cultura Media and Cultura Media House.
That's actually what I was going to do too. So
okay, well, there we go.
So there we go.
So as you guys know, and you've been seeing, we have had our video podcast now for, I don't know, 10 episodes? For several episodes.
Junior looks like he's been watching us for 20 years. He looks exhausted already by us. So.
I mean, I'm exhausted by us.
Yeah.
That's why we're taking a break.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I want to thank all of them because, we started working with them, as you know, this year. And it was something immediately, we became part of the family. And now, they're part of the Pero let me tell you, it's like the Brady Bunch. Two families got together.
Is.
And it's not every day that happens and you really gel with people. And now I can't imagine our show now without you, Junior.
Yeah, seriously, you can never leave us. You realize this, right?
Right. So,
lifetime contract.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know you were signing this, but you did.
So it's been great to work with everybody at Cultura, and we were able to achieve finally in season 7 something we've been wanting from the first season, which is to do episodes. So our Last Coquito of season 7, our Last Coquito of this year goes to obviously Junior, who is a driving force behind our podcast, producing our podcast, Chris, and just the whole Cultura Media, Cultura Talks family. Thank you guys.
Yes, and actually, I wanna, because Junior's
here's some turrón for you, and some,
and also because I don't know if you know this, but so this week, because Junior's not very good about giving himself flowers, so I'm gonna do it for him. So Junior this week is going to Chicago. You want to know why he's going to Chicago?
Why are you going to Chicago?
Because something that he wrote is being produced as a play in a theater in Chicago.
Well, why didn't you tell us? We would have talked about it here on the show.
Enjoy your Last Coquito. It's the last episode here. I didn't do that alone, so shout out to Anthony, Andrew, Jason, and the rest of the crew out there in Chicago, really holding it down. But Last Coquito reversing it to you guys. So thank you being part of the family. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you for the love. Thank you for being two of the greatest souls and bringing an entire network of your own, merging two families. And we do got to do that Brady Bunch video.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to be in a box.
I just want to be in a corner.
You want a corner?
I want a corner. I don't need to be the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to be the middle row, left or right box. I just want a corner.
So like one. Okay.
And I want a lower corner because I want to look up. I don't want to look down. Looking down is not a good angle for me. So I just want to look up. So I could be either corner, left, or right.
Okay. So you're okay.
Right.
So there's a 50-50 option there. Okay.
Yeah. I'm open.
Okay.
I'm open. Just I don't want to be in the top. No,
I don't care. I'll just put me on any square.
Oh yeah. You know,
Brady Bunch and Hollywood Squares.
I was gonna say,
nice.
yeah.
Circle gets a square.
Yes.
You know, there's what is it? A main character
syndrome.
Yeah. You have center box syndrome.
I love it. Sign me up. Whoopi Goldberg and Paul Lynde.
Yeah. You know who used to do it in the 80s? Who was a center square?
Well, Whoopi was a reboot. The center square. I know at one point it was Paul Lynde.
This is how I knew her.
Joan Rivers.
That's right. I used to watch the late 80s version. I was a little kid of
We didn't know what the
Hollywood
hell was going on,
Squares.
yeah.
That is how I learned of so many older American celebrities. I don't know, 7 years old. I'm like, I didn't know who Zsa Zsa Gabor was.
Why did I know you were going to say
But
her?
I know that she was on a square in Hollywood Squares. I have no idea who she was or what she did, but I know that she was on a square.
Darling, I love being on the square.
Y también estaba el tipo este loco, what was his name? Con la boina, Sam Cat,
Sam Kinison?
el loco ese,
The comedian?
The comedian, him.
That he used to scream?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he was on it as well.
I don't remember him being on
Yeah,
it.
he was on it as well. And then Joan Rivers was in the middle.
Martin Mull was on it a lot. I feel Martin Mull was on it.
Who was Martin Mull?
Martin Mull was from Fernwood Tonight, but you know him. You would know him from Roseanne. He was Roseanne's boss.
Oh,
the bigotito with the glasses.
Yeah. The gay guy.
Yes.
From Roseanne.
Who wasn't gay?
He was on the 80s one?
I believe so, yeah.
Mm.
And I feel like Barbara Eden was there sometimes.
Yes, she was too.
Yeah.
She was too. I had no idea she was Jeannie.
I mean, when you take her out of harem pants and a
Oh,
ponytail.
you know who was also on Hollywood Squares in the late 80s a lot? Esta otra loca. That she was a comedian with the big Taylor Dane hair. Esta.
Elaine Boozler?
Yes.
Man, I'm good.
And then after Hollywood Squares, I would watch Gallagher smash like watermelons. Those were my Friday nights, people. I don't know about yours.
I mean, honestly, at 45, that doesn't sound like a bad Friday night. Sign me up. Just order some pizza.
Live from the Hollywood. Oh no! Wait! Hold on. This is gonna open up another conversation.
Oh, Lord. We're never gonna finish.
You know what? On Friday nights, I used to go like the last show I would watch.
Party Machine with Nia Peoples?
No.
That was Sundays, I think.
No, this was Party Machine with Nia Peoples was every single day after the Arsenio Hall show.
That's right.
No, this was Fridays.
Friday Night Videos?
Nope. Friday Night Videos was much later. This would air at like 10:30
10:30.
and Channel 33.
Glow?
Yup. Live from the Riviera Hotel. It's gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
On Sundays.
I don't know if the first run was on Sundays, but they used to play it on Fridays. Maybe Fridays it was a repeat, but I remember it's because Fridays it would be when I could stay up late, and I would watch Glow.
Oh, Glow.
Junior, do you remember Glow?
No.
No, I feel like that's one of those.
But you know about Glow, gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's one of those things where it's like that's where the age
like
difference.
those 4 years really
show.
Because I was like, we were really small. Like we shouldn't have been watching
we were like
that.
under 10.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been watching Glow. But my parents didn't know.
I mean, Hollywood and Vine were basically streetwalkers.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
No, me either. But I'm saying it now to be nice.
Yeah. So if we were like 7, Junior was like 3.
Maybe.
Yeah. So he wasn't watching Glow.
No, or he was. He just didn't know it.
Right. You know.
Yeah. Maybe live from the Riviera Hotel.
Live from the Riviera Hotel is gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
And Glow is the reason that Pia Zadora's marriage broke up.
Why?
Because her husband at the time, again, things that I have in my memory. Her husband at the time was like one of the managers of either the show or the producer or something with the Riviera, and she got jealous. And so the reason that it got canceled is because she got jealous and made him end the show.
That's like in my mind. I know this is not correct. In my mind, remember The Farmer's Daughter?
Yes.
To me, that was Bobby Brown, but like a sweet cherry pie Bobby Brown.
Wait, who's Bobby Brown?
The model from the Sweet Cherry Pie video. She's my cherry
I didn't know she had a
pie.
name.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. Yeah, she's Miss Louisiana 1987.
Mira, there's a lot of famous Bobby Browns.
And then she was in the Cherry Pie video.
Okay,
and then I think she dated him or whatever. Right. To me, she is the farmer's daughter, even though I know she's not.
No, I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Glow. That's in season 7 on Glow. Like,
it's not the weirdest thing we've talked about this episode, quite frankly.
Man, mira que nosotros hablamos basura in this episode.
Seriously.
I mean, we just were true to form in our
It's
last.
like, you know what? We wanted to give people enough to tide them over until we come back in January.
Yeah, and also I want to say that I don't criticize anybody who does this. And if this makes you happy and it makes your children happy, you go and you do it and you fulfill your creativeness in this. But I have gone almost 10 years with a child and I've never done an Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, my sister used to do it and have a blast with it.
Of course.
I'm sorry that we're creative and fun.
Yeah, of course. Cosa esa. Then, you know, you have to like, and knowing my kid would have been like, yeah, no, that's a doll.
Well, no, your kid, you have to know the child.
Right.
You have to know your audience.
Right.
Yeah.
My kid would have been like, yeah, no, that's a doll and that's made in China.
Right.
Oh my God, your sister had to do it for 3 kids?
Well, I mean, they did overlap.
Oh.
It's not like she had one every 18 years.
I mean, I think I'd rather do the mensch on the bench.
It's because you're about representation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's be inclusive. Yeah. But anyway, bueno, everybody, that is it for season 7.
In the books.
We will be back for season 8, January. I would say January, December 30th.
Yes.
January 31st, 2025. Do you realize we started, pero let me tell you, in 2018?
Wow.
Yeah.
Pandemic wasn't even a word.
No. ¿Qué pandemia?
No. At all.
Pandora sí, pandemia no.
Bringing it back to los peces en el
What
río.
have I always told you? When you say Pandora, some people think the box, others think the bracelet. I think the Mexican,
Trio. They're a trio, right?
Yeah, trio from the 80s and 90s. Like
maybe we can get them next season.
Pandora, cantando las canciones de Juan Gabriel. Aquí está Pandora, and siempre en domingo. But yes, everybody, we will be back January 31st, which is a Friday.
Yep.
With season 8 of Pero Let Me Tell You. So to all of our listeners and Pero Primos who have joined us for this ride and supported us after so many years, we thank you. We thank you for making it this far with us. We thank you for making it this far into this episode, which went off the rails. But
I think we're on hour 3.
But it feels like about hour 3. Yeah. But this is what we do sometimes, and I guess that's why some of you tune in. Yeah. And others
and again,
like,
it's long. You can. There's no new episode next week, so you can split it up.
Right. There's not going to be new episodes for like 6-7 weeks, so you guys could take a breather and listen to other podcasts. But come back to us.
Yes. On podcast on the Cultura Talks network.
Yes. Yes, they will keep going.
They will continue.
They will keep going.
Yes.
They're not taking Christmas off.
No. We're the only lazy ones.
Yeah, we're like,
no.
This is the Christmas episode.
Yeah. We decked it out.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So everybody, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful, I wouldn't say Hollywood, a wonderful holiday season. And most importantly, a great new year with lots of happiness and lots of health.
Yes.
And
y con mucho amor.
See you all next year, everybody. Thank you so much for season 7, our 300th episode this year. We actually did that. We did the Hot Ones Challenge. That was crazy. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming along the ride. We'll see you next season, next year.
All right, cuídense, mi gente. Bye. So, we're in this great studio. We've been doing this for a little minute now. But we were missing something. We were missing our most frequent guest to finally show up on the studio on our new format with video. That's right, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody who identifies otherwise. We have with us today Tristan in the studio.
Ooh, sound effects.
I know. We're fancy now. We're fancy. This isn't like when, we were in your house and I was like trying to do things and you were sitting there and you're like, what is this dodo doing? No, we got a producer now. We got Junior over here. He's running the show.
What do I respond this? I mean, with.
It's okay. We're live and we're improving. Yeah. So thank you. So what do you think of the studio, man? Really? That's all I'm getting for the studio. This really nice studio. We got all this going on, and you're.
I just said before that the studio was nice. So.
Okay. Yeah, but you didn't say it on camera.
Guys, fair point.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get him. I want to get it recorded for posterity, as they say.
I'm not used to this voice because like I sound differently.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to my voice.
Yeah. Well, you're growing up. Your voice is changing, sir. It happens to the best of us, and also to the worst of us.
All of us.
All of us, exactly. I guess the best of us, the worst of us. I guess that encompasses everybody, right? Sorta, kind of, maybe.
It might be.
Might be, maybe. We'll think about it. We'll get back to each other on that. We'll circle back.
Theory.
In theory. All right. So you were just recently, I was talking about it with your dad, but he was all bitter about it. You were just in Disney World, right? So tell me a little bit about that. What parks did you go to?
Before I say anything, the dinosaur ride.
The dinosaur ride?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why the dinosaur ride? That's Animal Kingdom, right? All right. Why the dinosaur ride?
That scared me.
What do you mean it scared you?
Not the ride.
What?
The fact he lost his bag.
But okay, wait. Why did the bag scare you?
He lost the bag.
It's still there?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like...
But I was like scared because I was there for like hours.
What?
No. We were supposed to pick that thing up at like 7:30. When we went there at like 7 something. When it became 7:30, we were there for like 30 minutes. They still haven't found it.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to travel back in time.
It took me like 15 more minutes. It's a while.
What was in the bag?
My tablet, a book, the water bottles. There's so much.
Was this like Mary Poppins bag? Like it just had everything in there?
Maybe.
It sounds like.
Could.
It sounds like it to me.
Huh?
So dinosaur. So wait, your favorite ride was dinosaur because it was your favorite ride, or because your dad's losing the bag?
I didn't even like the ride. It wasn't even that good.
No.
Too overhyped.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't really know Animal Kingdom that well as the other parks. I think I've been like once or maybe twice.
My favorite ride was Aerosmith in MGM. Well, that's what he says. I know it's called Hollywood, but
yeah, we're old. We call it MGM Studios. What was that like? Because I remember the first time I rode on that thing. That scared the hell out of me when that thing just launches you out.
that was intense.
Yeah.
It wasn't intense like Tron in Magic Kingdom. Well, I didn't even like Tron. Aerosmith was good. I like that. Actually, that was my favorite ride.
Really? That was your favorite ride?
Yeah, in all of the 4 parks, that was actually my favorite.
Nice. Yeah. So do you like roller coasters in general or just that one?
Just, it depends. Like, I like roller coasters that have drops, but I don't want the drops to be like so sudden or like so big.
Okay. All right. You just like something like just to keep you on your toes.
Like the Tower of Terror, I went on that. That was genuinely good.
Yeah, that's good.
That was a good job.
That's a good ride.
It made my body feel like null for the next like 15 minutes.
It made your body feel what?
Null.
Null?
Like if it felt numb
Oh.
for some reason.
No, I get it. Especially because it's got the 2 drops. So it's like just...
It has like 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while since I've been there. Also, I'm old. I can't handle these things anymore.
I'm starting to get used to my voice.
You're starting to get used to your voice?
Okay, I'm actually starting to like this.
All right. Well, there we go. All right. It only took about
Well, that's
3 minutes. All right.
That's
Good.
a first. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Never liked my voice.
Oh, I hate my voice.
I think everyone does.
I would have to agree. I think even like Adele probably hates her voice.
Adele.
Yeah, she probably hears herself singing and she's like, oh, I sound so bloody awful. You know? It's like, no, Adele, you sound nice.
Impression. Oh my god.
I didn't say it was a good impression. I just... I mean, I had to do, if you're doing Adele, you gotta be at least trying to be British. What? Oh, okay. Give me your best British impression, sir. Okay.
No.
Well, there you go.
I'm not saying it was bad. It was just funny.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, but did you like at Hollywood Studios? Did you like the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, but I didn't really know anything there, so
What do you mean you didn't know anything there?
I don't watch Star Wars.
Oh, you're okay. You're more anime than Star Wars. Yeah.
Well, I just started watching anime like in March or February. Who knows?
That was really that recent is when you got into anime? Damn, time flies. I thought it was longer. Like, honestly, it just felt like longer.
I've gone into more anime since like I've been on the podcast. A few more.
Which ones are you watching now?
Still watching One Piece.
Well, yeah, that thing has like 1,000 episodes. Yeah.
1,122.
There you
I'm
go.
on 1,009.
Oh, okay. You're circling the drain. All right.
Finish Jujutsu Kaisen. Stop watching One Punch Man. I don't like it.
I've never seen One Punch Man.
I started watching Naruto, but I stopped it too. I don't like it.
Oh, I like Naruto. The problem that I have with Naruto is that it has a lot of filler episodes.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you can cut out all the filler episodes, then I'll just watch the story part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else are you watching? Or is that
No
it?
more. There's a new anime called Dandaron. It's really popular
Dun dun
already. Yeah.
Like dun 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 like like that.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, like
It's not like that, but
oh
yeah.
damn it. What's that one about? I've never heard of it.
A boy who lost his balls.
No, Tristan.
I'm not lying. That's what it's about.
Okay, but like Dragon Balls.
No.
Oh my. Wait.
No.
Like.
Yes.
So he lost his Dondarons? Is that what it's about?
I guess. I don't know why it's called Dandaron.
Well, I expect you to know these things.
Dandaron, Dandaron, Dandaron.
Like, okay, no, now I need to look this thing up. You realize this, right? You realize that you're about to make me have a very odd algorithm on my Google search.
In a way, it's pretty good. Like
Okay.
the anime. Like it's not like that weird. It's not as weird as it sounds. That's what I mean.
It sounds pretty damn weird based on the concept you just told me.
It's kind of weird, but it's also really good.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, some animes straddle that line of weird and good, right?
Chainsaw Man moment, and I did watch that too.
I have never seen Chainsaw Man. Yeah, he takes pictures and videos while we're doing stuff and he posts it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. I think he gets bored. And that's why he does it.
I think he can hear that. Maybe.
Then this isn't working.
I'm not bored.
There we go.
There we go.
Right.
This is just part of the whole show. You guys are awesome.
Gracias, señor.
De nada.
Yes. Did I not tell you that there's an ASMR section of the show now, Tristan, where we all just do this?
Finally, my job is done. Remember when I used to do that, like back, like in the house?
I know. So how does it feel to like not have us there once a week recording? Do you miss me showing up once a week to be a pain in your butt?
I'm not used to it.
You're not.
I'm not used to like you not coming anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm still there for Pimpam Pollo.
I guess you come like every weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, meh.
It's okay. See, look, when we told you about this, you're like, I'll never be on the show. And see, here you are.
Never again.
Yeah, and yet here you are. So never make absolute statements like that because it's not always true.
That was it was an exaggeration.
It
I didn't
was.
actually mean it.
It was. No, I know, but it's like, of course we're going to have you on the show.
Duh.
You know? Yeah, duh. Yeah, exactly. Duh.
Duh.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to eat in Thanksgiving?
Oh.
Don't say your dad's turkey because apparently he's not making that thing this year.
I'd say my mom's mashed potatoes. That's pretty good.
Your mom's mashed potatoes are good.
I don't even like mashed potatoes in general, but actually, her mashed potatoes are the only mashed potatoes I've ever tried that I actually like.
Really?
And they're actually like really good. They're really good.
Yeah. I mean, again, I've had your mother's mashed potatoes. They're very good. Yeah.
She's a good cook.
She is a good cook. You know what? I'm glad you said that because a lot of times I think your dad gets most of the cooking credit, and you know what? Your mom is a damn good cook too.
That's true.
Yeah. You know what? Yes, we're giving you credit, Mom. Yes, she deserves it.
Hope she listens to this.
Well, we'll make sure she does.
Okay.
I'll send her the clip just so, if no other reason, to hear her. So she can hear you saying nice things about her.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it's always good to have a nice little, pat on the back, right?
Yeah.
Boy, just hit the microphone. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this microphone thing because it's different. The one we had here and now it's over here. And
I'm used to like that other microphone.
Yeah.
I used to like play around with it when I was like 5. I don't know why.
Well, because it's fun.
I guess.
That's
Good
why.
point. Good
It's
point.
fun and you were 5.
Okay.
You
good
don't
point.
need more of a reason. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Excuse me. But okay, do you like any desserts in Thanksgiving or no? Just,
People have desserts.
dude, there's always got to be desserts.
Oh, don't have things.
Pumpkin pie, apple pie.
Oh yeah. Those are good.
I'm sure somebody makes a flan.
I used to dislike apple pie and and love pumpkin pie.
And
now it's the other way around.
you don't like pumpkin pie anymore.
Not really, no.
I like all the pies.
I stopped liking it in 3rd grade.
Why? Just
Yeah.
Just too much cinnamon.
Nah. It was kind of, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of bitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you just had bad pumpkin pie.
No. Because that was the pumpkin pie I always had.
Oh, okay.
So, nah.
So,
But now I really like apple pie. Yeah, I really like it. It's really good.
Do you eat it with ice cream? Like a scoop of vanilla ice cream?
No.
It's good. Warm apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It works. I promise.
That was perfect.
I,
That was perfect. You just did right now.
I'm like, listen, I've got practice now. I've been doing this video portion of it for a minute now. So, you know, I've been sharpening the knife.
That's cool.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither. I don't think anybody here knows.
No, Junior, do you know what it means?
Nope.
Man, a few words. See?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, what's next? I mean, the year's almost over. What are you looking forward to? You got
Nothing.
I mean, you're not going to be on before your birthday, so I guess happy early birthday.
¿Por qué no?
Well, because our last episode is December 6th.
Oh. Oh.
That's why your birthday is December 25th.
When do you come back?
Mid to late January. You know what? That's how we should come back. Actually, we should just be like, boom.
I don't know. I just did that out of nowhere.
Oh, listen. Sometimes I do random things that I don't know why I do them.
Like before we started this, just like when I was sitting here before we started, just couldn't resist laughing. I don't know why. Like actually, I was still like kind of smiling. No, not laughing, but smiling. I was like, actually, I was smiling a little bit like after we started. Then I just stopped.
Well,
don't
it's
know why.
because you're happy to be here. I have to believe that. I have to believe that, Tristan. I have to. All right. Well, you know what, sir? Thank you for swinging by the studio.
It's not been that quick.
I don't even know how long it's been because
There's no way it's been more than 10 minutes.
I'm gonna pass it over to Junior, who's been keeping the time over here.
13 minutes and 13 seconds right now.
1-3-1-3.
Oh wow, yeah. Should play the lottery. Well, not you because you're underage.
Oh, great.
But yeah. Don't play the lottery. Not legally. No. Because then if you win, you can't claim the prize. And wouldn't that be really sad if like you win a lottery prize and you're like, I won $1,000, and they're like,
didn't that happen in Full House? This guy watches it too much. He watches it.
And by
too much.
this
That's
guy,
how I know that.
by this guy, you were pointing at your dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
He watches it too much.
Wait, did they win? Oh, at the casino, right?
Yeah.
At the fabulous Alibaba Hotel and Casino. Yes.
He's looking at us. That's so great.
He's nodding. That means he hears us.
We're just talking about Full House while he's just over there.
Well, he has a special radar.
Yeah, that could be a dream for him.
Well, yeah. Whenever anybody's talking about Full House, he just like bing, bing, bing. It just goes off. He knows. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. He knew about the reboot months before anybody else. Yeah. Because they were just talking about it. His radar went off. Yeah.
How did we just switch conversations to this?
It's how conversations flow. Good conversations flow.
Yeah.
That's how good conversations
We
flow.
can't have bad conversations on this podcast, can we, huh?
I think it's kind of illegal.
Exactly.
I think the podcast police would show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who the podcast police are, but I don't think they're pleasant people.
Me neither.
I've used so many P's in the last sentences. Yeah.
I just keep saying me neither for some reason. I mean,
Me neither.
me neither.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Me neither.
That random loop of me neither.
The random loop of me neither. That sounds like a title for a novel. The Random Loop of Me Neither by Tristan Borges.
Okay.
Write
That
it.
works. That
Write it.
works. I'm not even lying. That works.
Listen, I say you write it. I say you write that novel,
Am
damn
I
it.
old enough?
To write a novel? Do you know how to put words together into sentences? Then yes, you're old enough.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? We'll talk after the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get this rolling.
We need to.
We need to get this on the road. But speaking of on the road, again, I'm looking forward to having you back on because now that you know that you can be on, that just because we're not recording in your house anymore doesn't mean it's over for you being on this show. Okay.
Over the end.
Yeah. No, it's just the beginning. All right.
Yeah. The sequel.
The
to the podcast.
the sequel, the reboot, the threequel. Is that a thing?
No, I forgot what it's called. The
trilogy.
The
trilogy. There you go. The trilogy. Yes. So, thank you for swinging by, my friend. I always love when you stop by, especially because it gives me a break from your dad.
Did he
and,
hear
and
that?
we get to hang out.
That?
I don't know, but it means that we get to hang out, and so that's always a treat for me. So thank you for swinging by, man. And seriously, we're just ending one season, but we're starting another, so you will be back.
Por nada.
Are you sure? You got to promise you're gonna be back.
Sí.
Okay, está bien.
Sí. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.